Hey, Natalie, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're here again today. Just before we get started, I'm just going to kind of remind you about confidentiality. Just remember all of the things that we talked about last time. Anything that involves like you self-harming or anything like that, we do need to kind of bring that up with your parents, which is kind of what we're talking about today. I know that you said last time that you have been cutting a little bit and you are kind of wanting to talk to your mom about that. How are you feeling about that this week?
Kind of nervous just because I don't know how she'll react to that, and I just don't always feel like she really understands me or has time for me. So I don't want to like bother her. So it's easier. I mean, I feel like that's why I do it in the first place. It's like I'm just trying to handle things by myself. So, but I also understand what you said last time about needing to let her
Yeah.
know.
Well, and I think it's important for you to recognize that like you coming to someone and telling someone, especially an adult that you don't know very well, that's something to be commended. Like that is a scary thing, and that's okay to have that like worry that something, your mom might be upset or anything like that. But just remember, like we're all in this together and we're here to make sure that you're safe and that you're getting the help that you need and are asking for. So I was thinking what we could do today before I know you have your mom here and out in the waiting room. I'm thinking before we bring her in, maybe we could practice a little bit of role playing. So you could kind of get a feeling of what you want to say and how you want to say it. We can take turns. I can be mom for a little bit and you can be you. We can flip that if you want to try that. But how do you feel about that?
That sounds good because I really don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we start? I forgot to start a timer, so we're gonna start that right now. Okay, so let's pretend that I'm mom first. Okay. So Natalie, your counselor brought me in here today. I'm just wondering, like, what is it that you wanted to talk about?
Yes. So, well, I was talking in my counseling session last week, and it I don't know, it's just been coming up like how hard things have been, like since Dad left last year and everything, and like having started high school and just all the pressure to be popular but to still get good grades and everything. And then the dog died, and I don't know, everything's just been like too much, and I've just been like trying to deal with that, and it's just been really stressful. And so my counselor was just saying some of like the behaviors that I have been doing are really unhealthy, and she wanted me to like talk to you about them.
Do you want to talk to me about them?
Maybe, I don't know. It's just like awkward, you know. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I should, but I didn't want you to be mad at me.
Well, you know that I love you. You're my daughter, and I just want to make sure that you're safe, and I want to help however I can. So I hope that you're comfortable telling me.
Yeah. Okay, so counselor. For the role play, before we bring my mom in, like I was thinking, because it's just hard for me to like say the words, so I was almost wondering, like can you tell her, like break it to her maybe?
Do you feel like that would make you the most comfortable in this situation? Yeah. Okay. We can talk about that, and I can talk with her just about how the cutting has been going and make sure that, we're all being safe and we have a plan in place for you. But if that's what's going to make you the most comfortable, then yes, I can help you with that.
Thanks. That would be great, because I want her to know, I guess, but it's like I can't make the words come out.
Yeah. And sometimes it is awkward at first to get those words out, especially, if you're worried about her being upset, but I think from what you've told me in the past, you and your mom have kind of developed a good relationship since your dad left of, you guys want to trust each other. And this is one way that you're going to be able to help embrace that trust with her. Yeah.
Thank you. That would make me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Nicolette, are you available to jump in? Is
Hey there.
everything good?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Mom Nicolette, we brought you in today. Natalie has agreed that she would like to talk to you about a few things, but she's kind of nervous to talk about what's been going on. We've talked a lot about, your husband and how he left, and we've talked about ways that Natalie can kind of become more connected with you and kind of keep embracing that relationship that you guys have started to really build since he left. But Natalie has been having some stress, and she's been cutting to kind of relieve that stress. She's really nervous to talk about it, but she wanted to, get you as a part of this conversation so that we can all three of us work together and be on the same team so that she can stop that behavior. How are you feeling right now, Mom? I know that's a lot to take in.
That feels a lot. I feel like it's something that I've done wrong, that she doesn't feel come to me, let me know she's feeling like this, that you're feeling like this. How long have you been doing this?
I maybe like 2 or 3 months. So
Oh,
not like,
wow.
yeah, it didn't start right away when Dad left or anything. It's just, I don't know, this year in school has just been a lot more work than last year too, and everything's just been piling up. So yeah.
Well, I feel like you're doing so good with everything with school, and you've got all your friends, and I feel like you seem happy. I don't know. What are some things that I can do to help you with this? I wondered why you wanted to come to counseling when you asked about it. I didn't know it was going to come to this.
And
That scares me.
Can I pause for just a second? Let's all take a deep breath too and just recognize that no one did anything wrong here. Nicolette, you are a good mom, and that shows in your daughter coming in. And, yes, she's a little nervous to talk about it, but you guys are getting on the same page now, and that's what we focus on. But you didn't do anything wrong, and Natalie hasn't done anything wrong. We're just trying to fix and find some more positive ways of letting out those frustrations, that anxiety, all of the things. But back to your question, Nicolette, Natalie, how do you think there's something that Mom can help with in this situation?
Well, maybe just like being around more for conversations, because I know like now that you're working a lot more, you're not home as much as you were years ago, and so I don't know, it just seems like you're really busy, and then when you are home you're tired, so I don't want to bother you. And so I think that's like, yeah, like things are going well on the outside like you were saying, but it's just like I don't know how to like handle everything that feels like messed up on the inside.
Well, I feel now that your dad doesn't, isn't around to help out, I feel like I need to keep us up with how we were living before, give you all your nice stuff, and, make sure you have everything you need for all your sports. So I thought that I was doing a good thing by picking up extra time at work. I didn't realize that you seem so busy. I thought that it was okay. I wish you had told me this before you had started affecting you this bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know it was that bad either, I guess. I don't know. Like, even now, like, until my last session, I thought, like, I'm doing it, I still am getting my A's, and I still have my friends and everything, and people still like having me around because I try really hard not to, like, bring other people down or anything. Like, I make sure I'm, like, smiling a lot and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just getting worse.
Well, and that's a lot to put on your shoulders, Natalie. If you don't have to be okay all the time. Like, it's okay to have a moment when you're like, today is not a day, and you go to mom and you say, Mom, guess what? We need a mental health day. And you go and get a donut and you go and watch a movie with mom, or, little things, hang out at home. Those things are okay for you to say, I need that. And it's, you don't have to let go of the life that you had before, and the straight A's and all of those things, but it's okay to have an off day too.
Yeah, that's nice to hear that, because I tend to try to be perfect in like everything I do. So
yeah, and that's
Well, you
okay.
are.
I've always been
It's okay to strive for doing your best, but just know that it's also okay to just have a day too.
Yeah. Okay.
Nicolette, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's appropriate for Natalie to come to you on those off days? I mean, obviously we don't want to take advantage, right, Natalie? We don't want to have an off day every day because it's more fun, right? But what do you feel, Nicolette?
I think it's a lot, and I think we have a lot, a lot to talk about on our way home, and things that we can both do different. I definitely can slow down on working and be more available, and maybe we can set up days where it's, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, this is our day, and we're gonna hang out and connect, and we can take turns planning it. Yeah, so I think that I would love to spend more time with you. I just thought that you wanted to stay busy, and you're at that age where your friends are more important than your mom.
Yeah, but you're still around. But yeah, I mean, and maybe it's my fault for not like saying anything. It's just like hard to say it.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, just
Yeah.
remember it's not your fault, Natalie. It's okay to go to your mom when you need extra support.
Always, always, always.
I love the relationship you guys have. I'm so excited to just kind of keep this going, and come up with more of a plan every week of how it's going to get better. And so for now, Natalie, let's just keep that line of communication open with mom. Okay, that's your goal for this week. Do you have any other goals that you want to set for yourself for this week?
Well, I mean, I will set the goal of like not hurting myself, and then if I want to, I'll reach out to one of you.
Awesome. I love that you said that last portion. I love that you have a plan in place for what you're going to do if you feel the need to cut. Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, let me know if you guys need anything, and we'll check back again next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.